What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Today we're taking a look at Vechain and its recent price action, and make sure to watch the video till the end for a price prediction for the short and the long term as well. First things first, please smash the likes, subscribe and hit the bell icon. YouTube is not pushing crypto content out currently and our subscribers aren't getting notifications, so make sure to join our free Telegram to stay up to date with all of our videos as they are posted, links in the description. It really helps if you hit the like. We're posting 4 videos per day, so come back every day for daily updates and analysis. And make sure to comment down below for your chance to win a hardware wallet in our new monthly giveaway. We'd also like to thank you all so much for your support. We've just hit 10k subscribers, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, we've had many reports that our subscribers aren't seeing our content, and this is most likely because you haven't hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, with all notifications turned on. Give it a tap now and turn on all notifications and you'll most likely see most of our videos being posted. Also, if you want to support the channel, please make sure to tap that like button, it really helps us out. We're posting 4 videos per day, so make sure to come back and check back every day for daily updates. So with that all being said, let's take a look at Vechain here. As you can see, it has actually broken down out of this ascending triangle here. And this is most likely because basically the entire market has had a nice little sell-off over the past day or so. And as you can quite clearly tell, we have had a nice little breakdown here out of the ascending triangle. As you can see, this is usually a bullish indicator, as we have said, but it did look as though Bitcoin and Ethereum and some other cryptocurrencies were forming a ascending wedge, basically something like this. Which you could probably say is pretty much the case for Vechain as well, apart from this anomalous breakout here. I think this is probably more to do in my god, why can't I speak today? Congruence with basically this breakout of this resistance we've been stuck under here. We've been in this descending wedge, as you can see, for a long ass time here. And we did actually get the breakout and the retest here, which is probably why we got this fake out to the upside of this local ascending wedge that we were in. So you can see that, can't you? Basically, we've been under this resistance. We got the breakout, retest. And then obviously we've broken out and we have actually started to roll over because of the wider market, haven't we? But from what we can tell, I mean, we could potentially be coming down to backtest this the wedge again, the wider descending wedge that we've been inside of. Now we're outside of, as you can see. But we did get this local rising wedge, which we've seen for pretty much all cryptos, and obviously we've broken to the downside, which is obviously this is a bearish pattern. Typically, just because it means that your price action to the upside is starting to lose momentum, but your price action on the downside of the channel is increasing, and it's usually has a good chance of reversing to the downside. And as you can see, we did actually get that target confirmed, basically. So as we said, this is a bearish indication. Usually this would mean you would come back down to where you pretty much formed the ascending wedge. As you can see, would probably be around this area here, around 6 or 7 cents. But I think, considering also you have to take into consideration this descending wedge, this wider descending wedge we've basically been breaking out of, we could potentially be back testing this as support, maybe at 7.5 to 7 cents as well, and then maybe you'll get the bounce off of that. But as you can see, I mean, we're ridiculously oversold right now. The last time we were this oversold on our hourly time frame was when we were basically seeing the massive correction in the market here, where we came all the way down to around 5 cents, which is absolutely ridiculous. Look at that. That is just the most insane hourly candle I've ever seen in my life, most likely. But yeah, the last time that we were this oversold was basically when we had the massive crash on May the 19th. So I mean, you know, sooner or later things are going to have to reverse, aren't they? It's pretty obvious to us. I mean, there's a hidden divergence here. You can see the RSI is going down still, but our price action's going up. This is a hidden divergence, which is also a bullish indicator. And there's plenty of signs of the reversal still coming. Obviously today hasn't been great, but in the long term, we do think things are slowly starting to pick up. We've obviously been inside of this wedge for a long time here, and we have actually broken out of this now, and this is a bullish sign. Obviously this is the last day or so, this hasn't been great. But in the next few weeks, we do anticipate that Vechain's probably going to start to see a nice little pickup, considering it's finally broken out of this resistance it's been under. So it's no longer under the cosh of being forced down by this big line of resistance here, and it's retested its support. So from what we can tell, I mean, obviously the last day hasn't been ideal, but you know, this is what happens in cryptocurrency. And this is why we always say, you know, not financial advice. We're not mind readers and we're not future seers. We're just looking at the charts and giving you the most likely outcomes. But obviously if Bitcoin decides to, you know, hit the toilet, so to speak, obviously everything's going to go down, and that is obviously what's happened. So we've had a little sell-off pretty much for everything because Bitcoin has started to roll over, hasn't it? And it's dragged Vechain down with it as well. But I mean, honestly, in the long term, none of this is going to matter too much in our opinion. And as we said, these macro trends, this trend that we've been forming here for the last, you know, 2 or 3 months, we've broken out of it now. So obviously today hasn't been great, but tomorrow probably will be a bit better, and maybe we'll chop it sideways. But we are reversing out of this pattern that we've been in here, and we've been under this resistance, and we are breaking out of it now. So provided that we don't fall back inside of this wedge here and continue downwards like this, then we're most likely going to be starting to see a pickup for Vechain in the next few weeks from what we can tell. Obviously the immediate short term does look bearish. We've obviously broken out of this bearish pattern, but I mean, as you can see, looking at our daily time frame here, I mean, things are looking fine, aren't they? If we just take a look at the macro for a second, because this is something that we like to highlight all the time, because as we've been saying, I mean, it's pretty hard to predict like the next hour, the next day, the next week in cryptocurrency, because it's so volatile, isn't it? But I mean, if you're looking at macro timescales, you can get more of an idea of what's the potential is and what's most likely to occur. And as you can see, the last time we were this oversold, we were at the bottom of the channel. The last time we were this oversold, we were at the bottom of the channel. So if we get even more oversold than this and we do hit the bottom of this channel, do anticipate that we're probably going to get a decent bounce here from what we can tell. We'd also be lining up with some previous swing lows, I think, or maybe just this area here, retesting this lows here at around 5 cents. I mean, if we did that, as you can see what happened historically in the past year each time this happened. Oversold here, bounce to the upside. Then we got this consolidation period, oversold here, big bounce to the upside, got really overextended because we hit the top of the channel here. We're obviously consolidating and retracing here, really oversold again. So what do you think is going to happen? What's the most likely outcome here? What would you say is the most likely outcome in this scenario? We would probably say it's most likely, considering we're still in a bull market, we're probably going to start to see the bounce for Vechain here and starting to get the nice little pickup that we're looking for. So obviously the short term, very hard to predict, and it's not looking that great for Vechain in the next few days because we are looking quite bearish because of the wider market. But I mean, on the macro time frame, we're in a bull market, we're trading inside of this channel, and we're still going up, aren't we? We're just retracing, retesting some lows, getting some support before another leg up, in our opinion. So as we said, a lot of YouTubers have been getting a lot of hate recently, basically saying like people are getting everything wrong, and that people are just basically looking for someone to blame, and that's usually the YouTubers that are trying to give, you know, pretty honest predictions of what's happening and what they're seeing. So obviously we accept that people are not happy with how things are going currently, but we would suggest to them to maybe take a look at this chart, specifically the daily time frame, zoom out and take a look at your projects and see how they're doing on a longer time frame. And maybe that's how you need to start thinking about things rather than from the day-to-day, because obviously the day-to-day in cryptocurrency, anything could happen basically. But you can quite clearly see in the long term, Vechain, it's gone from, what is this, 1/10 of a cent? And it's at 8 cents. Like, this is almost 100x. It's absolutely insane that people are unhappy with these kinds of gains. So obviously if you bought the top here at like 28 cents, you're probably not going to be very happy right now. But we would suggest, if you believe in Vechain for the long term and you believe in its fundamentals, and you look at this chart and you see some, you know, there's potential in the future, isn't there, to continue to the upside. Not financial advice, of course, but we do think in the long term, Vechain is a project that is going to continue to do well. And it's most likely going to keep getting more adoption in the real world for its use case, supply chain tracking and, you know, business management stuff. It seems very likely to us that Vechain is probably going to do very well from a technical standpoint, from a fundamental standpoint. So if you ignore the price action and just think about the project itself, you can see quite clearly that in the long term, it's probably going to do very well. So short term price prediction, as we said, we have broken down here, basically out of our ascending wedge here. This is a bearish pattern. We can see we're starting to bottom out here because we did get stupidly oversold. So it's quite clear that the bottom there was potentially going to be a little bottom here because of how oversold we were on an hourly time frame. So we are seeing a little pickup right now. But obviously now that we've broken out of this ascending wedge, there is potential for us to continue to roll over. So just be aware of that. But as we said, in the long term, Vechain is probably going to do extremely well. Take a quick look at our weekly time frame here. No signs of a bear market still. No signs of losing the 55, which is what we need to see for the bear market to be considered, where we start to roll over, fall out of the channel, fall out of the the 55 here, start hitting our head as a resistance like this, that would be, you know, considering that we're probably in a bear market. But obviously, I mean, we're just consolidating right now between the 20 and the 55. So no bear market. And in the long term, as we said, we do think Vechain is going to do really well, isn't it? Most likely. So that's our update today, guys. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let us know down in the comments section below. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can keep up to date with all of our videos. Remember to comment down below and be subscribed to enter into our brand new monthly giveaway for a hardware wallet. If you'd like to support the channel more directly, please sign up to our Patreon via the link in the description below, or sign up to YouTube membership by hitting the join button right next to the sub below this video, where you can get access to our private Discord. We're offering coin calls, one-to-one access to us personally, insight into our personal portfolio, daily research of crypto assets with massive potential, and access to our brand new 100x portfolio. With so many benefits, you might as well check it out below. Don't forget to get 2 free stocks with Webull by signing up and then depositing $100 using our link in the description below. You can quite literally deposit the $100, get your 2 free stocks, and then withdraw the money. So there's no reason not to do that, and they could be valued all the way up to $1,600 each. But don't forget to actually deposit as well after signing up, otherwise you won't receive the second stock. Scammers get worse every day, so make sure to protect yourself and your crypto online with PureVPN. Sign up below for some big discounts. You can get access to block content and protect yourself from phishing scams with super low monthly payments and high quality speeds. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.